All right, hello and welcome back to a new episode. I shouldn't say welcome back. We just got here. What am I talking about?
Episode 3.
Welcome to episode 3, the PM Sports page, Patterson Miller Sports page. We're thrilled that you're here with us today. I'm your humble host, Todd Patterson.
I'm the sidekick.
And I got my sidekick, Nathan Miller, the activities director for the Washington Community School District. So great to see you, Coach.
Good seeing you today.
We've got an exciting show today. We got the cross country team, both boys and girls here today.
State ranked
cross country times
team.
Times two. I just walked in with Micah Rees. He was bragging about his recent performances. Of course, if you know Micah, you know that's how it goes with that kid. Yeah. And we're here with Steph Haworth. She's the varsity coach for both the boys and girls. And I think today we'll set the all-time record for appearances on the sports page, possibly unwillingly.
Maybe we need to put a whiteboard up and
we should just tick marks. Yeah. But she's always been great. So we're excited to talk about cross country with her. We're joined, I mentioned Micah already, but Abby Kleese will be here and we'll see what she's got to say. Definitely have her shout out to her parents since I know them. And then Lane Schrock, who I don't think we've met. Have we, Lane? Got here and needed to use the bathroom right away. So
fresh meat.
We'll delve into that. So Coach, what do we got going on?
There's a lot going on. Not too much at home this week. A lot of road warriors, I would call us this week. Most recently, volleyball played last night. Tough one. Went 5 sets with Burlington. I believe every set was, 3 of the 5 sets, I believe, went extras. So it was very competitive, fun to watch.
Who won?
They did.
Burlington.
Yep. Unfortunately,
they were going to be the kind of team to beat, right? With maybe Fairfield, we were thinking.
Yeah, kind of the measuring stick as far as in the battle for conference.
So you're definitely in there. So do they get a second shot at them then?
They do in the postseason. So I should say conference tournament. So this basically essentially creates the seeding for the conference tournament, and then they have 2 rounds of conference tournament, which we're hosting the second round in October for that. And
as I recall from Coach Six, they have the returning player of the year, Burlington.
They do,
right? Who was outside hitter of some significant talent.
Yeah, she put a few hammers down last night that looked pretty good, and Layden Messenger had a good night last night. Actually, the team played really well. I mean, in order for some of your hitters to have good approaches, you've got to have a good turn, good set. And so there was just a lot of good play last night. I wasn't there in person, but watched the whole thing on TV. We had home middle school football last night, and so a lot of activities going on a Tuesday night.
Good.
But, they played extremely well. Did not come home with the win, but I think there's a lot of good.
Sometimes there can be a little bit of a moral victory, even though they say there's no moral victories in sports, especially if you have a young team. I always felt like, you can play with them now, right?
When you look at program process, it's not necessarily a 1 year, improvement. You look at the last kind of couple years, and you rewind 2 years ago, and we're getting our butts kicked pretty good, and now we're losing 16-14 in the 5th set to
and sometimes there's that glare of you kind of get that the first time you're facing a team, and the next time you go up against them, you don't have that. There's no intimidation. You're just ready to ball.
Yeah, and I think the as iron sharpens iron. The more competition and tight games well, it's a phrase that's used.
I think it's in the Bible.
Yeah. But the more that they play in these tight competitions, I think the more prepared they're going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
A deep
run.
For
sure. The better talent they play, the better.
Middle school volleyball starts next week, so sticking with volleyball, September 11th is their home opener for the 8th grade.
Is that home?
7th grade is on the road.
You said home opener.
Yep, home opener for them.
Home opener at home. Believe it or not.
For the 8th graders. Yep. Football wise, really good night Friday night.
It was awesome.
It was great from start to finish. We had obviously the victory by the football team, 32-7. We talked last week a little bit how there can be a lot of adjustments made between week 1 and week 2. That was pretty evident in some of the adjustments that the team made. But just the energy, on the sideline, and that defense was swarming. I mean,
I thought, I stayed till about the 3rd quarter because I don't have to stay for everything now. anymore.
Wow.
So, but I stayed through the third, and we were already putting them away by then. But
Sure.
The first drive that Burlington scored on, where we kind of had that, I don't know if it was blown coverage or what, a really good route.
Got behind the D.
Got a really good route behind the cornerback, and I thought, but then the team responded.
Yeah.
Like you could see the tide kind of turn.
Yep.
And that was all they had. The whole rest of the game. They didn't have anything else.
No, like I said, if you go back and watch film a little bit on it and rewatch it on Huddle TV.
Watch it on Huddle TV.
I should get like an NIL deal for this. I should come out with like a Pepsi product.
Nathan Miller Huddle TV package.
NIL.
Yeah.
But you see at least 8 guys around the ball almost every play, and that's just a credit to the coaching staff and the kids buying into what the swarm mentality. We have a little update for this week. We go to Fairfield, but it's a single game at 7:00. So just please know that there's no curtain raiser, there's no JV game that night. It's just 7:00 varsity, and it's due to low numbers with Fairfield.
Gotcha.
So, yep. And then our middle school started football last night. Unfortunately, both 7th and 8th grade did not win, but again, they'll have opportunities to.
Where did they play last night?
They played at home against Sigourney Keota.
Oh.
So, yeah, and then we've got. I'll leave the cross country information to come out here so that there's.
Yeah,
some
don't spoil
points.
all that. Otherwise, we got to kill 20 minutes of nothing.
That's right. So the only thing I'd highlight is they're back in the rank. They're still in the rankings. I shouldn't say back.
Yeah.
They're holding strong. The girls are 9th, boys are 10th, and we have a couple individuals that are ranked. And I'll let Coach share that information. I'll save that for a few minutes. To go along with Friday night, bringing that back, our dance team at halftime was outstanding. There's 20 girls that are out there, young women that have worked really hard, and they put on a really good 2.5-minute show. It was outstanding, and then followed up with a really nice marching band performance. And so,
I sat with the Sheebles that had daughter. Dancing. It was actually I couldn't believe how many girls were out for a dance.
It was outstanding. I think they're going to be doing some competitions this year too. So, we'll eventually have them on show here at some point and be able to talk to them as far as the things that they are looking forward to accomplishing this year from a competition standpoint. But overall, just, when we think of Friday night high school football, that event total, when you're talking football team, student section, dance team, marching band, it was just a really good night for
and to come back with a win, it just makes everybody happy. I like to watch the drum line. I had to talk to Hughes. I wonder if he'd get me in the drum line at some point. They never let me do anything.
Maybe they could do like an alumni night.
It'd be fun. He won't let me in the pit in the theater either.
That might be an idea to throw by him.
It's been a problem.
The only other plug I want to give, 2 plugs. September 13th again is Friends and Family Band Night, marching band night, and so that's coming up. I'll mention that again next week as we move forward.
Are we having Hughes on? I think
maybe
we should.
A couple weeks. I think we might have something scheduled.
So what is that Friends and Family Night? Is just
so they put on their performance before competitions kind of roll through and use it as a night to showcase their kids and bring the families in, but also it's to run through their performances. And then homecoming again is September 29th. If there's any community businesses, some of our local organizations that want to be involved in the parade, just send me an email so I kind of have an idea of the number of entries that we're going to have. There's no official sign up for that. You just meet at the high school, 1:30 to 1:45 p.m. We'll get you in line, and then we'll be starting the parade at 2:00.
We'll have a float, I'm pretty sure.
So
we picked up Assumption this year for homecoming, huh?
Mount Pleasant.
I looked at the schedule wrong.
Yep. That Assumption
Clearly.
Assumption would be the next week, the next Friday.
Actually, and I don't like to do this, honey, but my wife told me it was Assumption. I didn't look at the schedule wrong. She did. But I don't want people to think I'm not bright.
Well, it's okay to be off every once in a while.
Yes, Dana, it's okay to be off once in a while.
No, so and that's a single game.
She watches these too. I'm in trouble.
It's a single game that night, so
okay, gotcha.
As well. We'll talk about that a little more in detail as we go.
That's homecoming at home.
That's homecoming at home. Yes. That's really all the updates I have for this week. There's a lot of action, and we're home again next Tuesday with our volleyball team. I would really like to encourage everyone to attend.
Great attendance the first time.
We did, right? Like I said, it's really good volleyball, and we're playing Fairfield, which is the other team in the league that's kind of that group of three that's really battling for that top spot. And, they only have 5 total home meets this year, matches. And so this would be one of them.
I worry about your concession stand capacity. That's all there is to that.
We've got to beef that up. We might have broke a record for a volleyball game. It was
probably
end
up
massive.
Going over to the baseball.
Ran out of pizza, ran out of hot dogs. I mean,
it was
Well,
now you know.
Night.
Now you know.
I know.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk with Stefanie Haworth and the cross-country studs.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers, and sellers to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Come and discover the perfect blend of fashion and home decor at Purposefully You Boutique and Home. Find that love it, gotta have it outfit or rustic farmhouse decor. Take one of our DIY sign workshops or rediscover a treasured piece of furniture with Annie Sloan Chalk Paint. In Washington, in the Carson Plumbing Building, 1 block north of the downtown square. Purposefully You Boutique and Home, where we are here to inspire you.
Hey, Andre, what do elves learn in school? The alphabet. All right, welcome back to this edition of the Patterson Miller Sports Page. I'm the host that carries on with the rest of the interviews while Miller steps away and does very little at this point. So I'm now thrilled to be joined by Coach Steph Haworth, who is the varsity boys and girls cross-country teams, as well as 3 of their stud runners. We got Lane Schrock to my right, your left. Lane, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
We've never met before, but
Nope.
It's good to... I can't believe it. We've never met before, but good. Nice to meet you. Micah, you've been on a bunch now, right? Micah Rees.
Is it 3 or is it?
Is this
2 or
your
3?
third time?
I think it is 3.
I think it's, like a wily veteran now. And then we have Abby Kleese, holding down the fort over there. How you doing, Abby?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm super good, as always. And
Great.
I'm going to take advice from my co-host, Dana, my wife. Thank you for watching and supporting this program. All right. We'll see if she buys that. So, Coach, really promising start. Really a lot of good things going on. Can you kind of give us the set the stage for us a little bit of where we are?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season so far. We knew the girls team would be solid. We have everybody returning from last year that was in the varsity lineup, so came out ranked really well. performing really well. Boys team, I knew we were an underdog. Like, we had the talent, and it was just going to be like making it happen. And they've shown up and looked really promising so far. Our pack's really tight. Keep going up in the rankings. Ended up winning at Iowa City Regina, which there was 8 ranked boys teams and 8 ranked girls teams. So for the boys to win, it was a huge night for us. So Micah won by 32 seconds. So a lot of ranked competition, and it was a great night, great for both sides. So a lot of fun.
You should have saved something. So remind us quickly, how'd you guys do last year, and how do your goals for this year kind of compare to that, and how they're informed by last year?
So last year, we both won conference on the boys and girls side. Girls qualified for state, ended up getting 6th of the team at state, which was best in school history, second time a girls team has been to state. So, and then Iris medaled at state individually. And then boys side, we won conference. Just missed qualifying as a team for state. It was heartbreaking. And then Micah and Tyler qualified for state, and Micah came home with a medal. So had a lot of backs.
Where do they medal back to? I think we established last year. I know it's not 95th.
No, not quite. Top 15.
Top 15?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So why don't you, it was interesting to hear like Roth is your assistant coach, right? And so winner of the National Track Coach of the Year, right?
Yep.
So, and to say I knew him when, right? Why don't you talk about your rosters a little bit? I assume it's 7 and 7 for varsity, right?
Yep.
And top 5 are your scorers.
Yep.
So who are your varsity runners?
Well, it changes. So right now, luckily, our meets, we don't have to declare JV varsity,
Gotcha.
so everybody just goes and runs. But on the boys' side, it's been Micah, Rees, Andrew Rees, Tyler Alderton, Lane Schrock, Kale Malichki, Sawyer Shantz, Andrew Shepard's been in there too. So Drew Conrad will factor in there as well. So that's the boys' side.
Drew Conrad, my marketing intern, should probably take a little time to run this morning.
Girls' side, Iris Dahl, Quincy Griffiths, Lauren Horrock, Bella Lujan, Olivia Anderson, Angeline Anderson, Kendall Hendrickson, and Abby Kleese have been my top 7 on a good rotation. So.
Very nice. Very familiar names to me.
Yes.
They're all very good runners. It's amazing what you've done with that program for sure. So what's up next? So do you guys always have boy-girl meets?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
all right, so what's the next?
So we go to Fairfield on Thursday.
Okay.
So that'll be a nice one to see our conference. Yep.
Okay.
All the conference schools again.
So it's anybody else other than the conference?
Well, we run against small schools as well. So like Mediapolis will be there. So we'll all start together and then just get divided up at the end for Pekin.
Oh, I see.
There's
so
a lot of
like,
schools there. I think there's
like
20
a
different
3A,
schools.
2A,
Yeah.
one kind of
Yep.
stuff. Okay.
Atumwa. There's a whole bunch of teams. I remember them.
So what do you think? Realistically, what do you think you can do this year? Come on, now I don't need like a Joe Namath guarantee.
I don't want to put pressure on them, but
but pressure is what makes diamonds.
I know. I mean, our goals are definitely to win conference on both sides, repeat on both sides. That would be awesome, and then get to state as a team. Both sides would be huge for us. Very realistic goals. I mean, right now the boys are ranked 7th as a team. Started off preseason 19th, went up to 10th. Now 7th. Girls are ranked 13th, so all state qualifying positions, and then. I know want to come home with some medals as well. So
you guys
some
aren't
big goals.
Boys in particular aren't underdogs anymore, huh?
No.
Now you're gonna have a big bullseye on your forehead. All right, why don't we take a quick break? We'll come back and talk to some of these stud runners. Okay.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
You know, it's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
All right, well, welcome back to the PM Sports page. I now get one of my favorite things to do is talk about the stud athletes that we have in Washington School District. So we have three really special kids here today, and I want to talk to each of them quick. To my right, your left, is Lane Schrock. Lane, tell me a little bit about yourself.
What's
your name?
My name's Lane Schrock.
Okay, perfect. That's a good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, I've enjoyed cross country this year so far. These guys convinced me to go out last year, and ever since I've just enjoyed it.
So this is your second year of cross country. Do you do any other sports?
Yes, I wrestle and play soccer.
Okay. What weight do you wrestle at?
This year I'm going 150.
You find it hard to do cross country and wrestling? I'm just curious as somebody who did cross country and wrestled.
No, not really. Cross country normally helps me a little bit.
Get down to weight. It's hard to like keep your bulk up.
No, not really. Not for me.
And what was the other sport? Soccer?
Soccer. Mm-hmm.
No wonder I've never seen you.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are your parents? Let's say hi to your parents quick.
My dad is Tim Schrock and my mom's Tamara Schrock. And my dad does construction. I mean, a lot of people know him. More people know my grandpa, Devon. So.
Okay. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. All right. So what are your goals? Hi, Tim and Tamara and Devon. Hi. So what are your goals this year?
My goals are to help the team qualify for state and also qualify individually.
What's your favorite part about cross country?
Usually the feeling after I'm done with the workouts and meets.
Is there any? I never had anybody say I like the middle part of any of those things. Right?
It's not really the most popular.
Wasn't it you, Micah? We talked to last year about trying to find a banana peel or something, so you twist your ankle and like get out of the race, like.
Yep. Trip around the roots of the trees.
I mean, you sort of start looking for stuff, right?
You do.
A little bit like, I wonder if I could, yeah. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you, Lane. I look forward to watching you this year, and best of luck with qualifying for state, and maybe you win state.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Abby, let's go to you. You better, I know your parents, so let's say hi to Tracy and Amy.
Yeah.
You going to say it? You got to shout it out.
I do.
Well, do you just have to like sort of strongly, you don't have to shout it.
Like, just
say hi to your parents.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
That was one of the worst I've seen. I'll just be completely frank with you. All right.
That's probably valid.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Abby Kleese, and I'm a senior. This is my 6th year of cross country.
All in high school?
All No.
That would say more about your academics than anything, I would think.
That'd be kind of alarming.
So you are also in track.
Mhm.
I know that. Do you do other sports or activities?
I do dance team.
Okay.
Dance team.
So you were on the dance team Friday night at Burlington. You guys did a great job, really good job.
Thank
It was
you.
good.
Thank you very much. And then I do studio dance, and I used to be a wrestling cheerleader, but I'm not sure if I'll do that this year because I'll have dance competitions for
Gotcha.
studio dance.
So what are your goals this year?
I've been running around like the 6th, 7th runner, so I really want to stay on varsity this year, stay healthy, and make it to state.
So what do you do? What do you do to like train? I mean, like say this summer, not during practice. What did you do this year?
Can't say there was much that I did. I'm not going to lie. I worked a lot.
Yeah. Where do you work?
I work at the pool.
Oh, all right.
Lifeguard.
It's hard to run there.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, if you ran around it, would it be running laps, I guess? I don't know. We should move on from that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have plans for next year?
I'm going to Iowa State, and I'm going to major in apparel merchandising and design with a focus in design.
Very cool. I like that. It's not a program I'm very familiar with, but so like fashion design and sales and things like that? Retail sales? Oh, very
More
cool.
like design.
Like clothing design?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, very cool. That's awesome. Elaine, I forgot to ask you, what are your plans for next year? Do you have any-
Undecided college, but plan to study in finance, major in finance.
Finance? That one I know better. All right, stud. That's 2 studs that I got in there. All right, so let's talk. So we got the 5th rated runner in the state right here, going low 6.
In 3A.
Okay, all right. This is the Patterson Miller sports page, okay?
Okay.
All right, we should say hi to your parents, John and Rita.
Robin.
Lisa. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a senior at the high school, and I run for the boys team in cross country.
And other activities. Very avid track runner as
Yes,
well.
I run track, nothing else.
So you have a little
Band, I guess.
Band. Well, that's a thing. It's a very important thing from my perspective. What do you play?
I am the lead snare in marching band.
Oh, look at that. You drop a fat funk then, I assume, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you play trap?
No.
Okay, well, never mind then. It ended that abruptly. So I'm interested. You got a little bro on the team, huh?
Yes.
Steve? Bobby?
Andrew. Rees.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know his name, but I didn't think he was named any of those other things. So how's it running with your brother?
It was good. I think the biggest. Okay, there's 2 things I want to say. Summer was amazing. He kept me. I think we kept each other accountable for summer runs. We ran pretty much every day, and we would just be encouraging to each other to just like, I don't know, if you had a good run, we would encourage each other like, yeah, that's awesome, and if not, then we just get at it the next day. So that was awesome. And then
what if you have to wait like weeks? Sometimes that happens to me. I have bad runs for weeks.
Well,
is that just
it didn't
an
happen
age
this
thing?
Summer.
Okay.
It might be. And then, yeah, it's just awesome in practice, but mostly meets, just being able to watch him as he finishes. I know that sounds really bad, but like for real, I do enjoy seeing him run.
There's nothing I like better than getting my sweats on, getting something to drink, maybe grab a little food, going back to the finish line and watching Lane and Andrew and Abby and everybody finish. Yeah, told you he was cocky.
No, it's cool watching him run. It's awesome having him on the team.
So, what are your goals this year?
My goals are to help the team get to state and also come in top 5 at state. So.
Very nice. And how about next year? Are you thinking about continuing to run?
I am, yeah.
Do you have any specific plans yet?
No, talking to a few colleges, but nothing more than that.
From a time perspective, do you have any goals this year?
Yes, to go sub 15:30 in the 5K.
Yeah, 5K, I was going to say. That sounds like a vomit race. Wouldn't you say that you would immediately throw up at the end of that?
I don't usually throw up at
Well, you haven't run 15:30 yet. How about you, Abby? I'm curious. Time-wise, you have some goals this year?
I want to run in the 20s. I want to get down to the 20s.
Yeah. So what's your PR at the moment?
Right now it's 21:18. So
you like to drop 18 seconds at least and get into that 20?
more like a minute. I kind of want to drop a minute.
Oh, you want to get low 20s.
Yeah.
You can go sub 20? That'd be a vomit run too.
Yeah, that would.
I'm going to make everybody feel a lot better, okay? The last 5K I ran was 31 minutes. You could have lapped me. But, I did get 140th in my age bracket, so I don't want to brag. How about you, time-wise? What are we thinking?
I hope to be around 16:40 soon, hopefully.
So you're smoking too, like you're cooking. I just felt that my times were better when I ran on shorter tracks. You find that helps? All right. Lane, you got anything to add?
Nope, nothing.
All right. Abby?
Go Demons.
Go Demons. If you could redesign the cross-country uniforms, what would they look like? I'm sure you have some ideas on it.
Yeah, I have some ideas.
I always thought like the track uniforms that the girls have look like cheerleading outfits. Do you think that is how they look?
If you don't tuck them in, yeah.
They look just like they're like
a
cheerleader outfit.
A little long.
Okay, I just want to make sure that wasn't just me. Anything else to add?
I thought of one more thing.
Oh, yes.
Come support us on our home meet. It'd be awesome to see everybody out there. Cheering the runners on really does help. Helps you kind of forget about how much you're in pain. But come support us at the Washington Cross Country Club, or Washington Country Club.
And when is that?
September 26th.
September 26th.
Yep.
And what time do you guys? There's a
Middle school's at 4:30.
Middle school, and then you go. Do you have?
So it's like middle school girls, middle school boys, then high school girls, high school boys.
Okay, and JV and varsity run at the same time.
Yep.
So like what? 5:30.
A
5.
little after. It's like right about 5.
5-ish?
15-ish.
Okay.
Somewhere in there for girls. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Might be like 5:10 and 5:30.
I came out to last year's. I think that was that the one where you told me you were going to win or something like that? I had to go talk to your dad about it. I said you might want to get him under control.
What happened?
I think you won, didn't you? Yeah. Well, I didn't, true and unrelated. Anyway, I have to go back to work. I'm sure these folks have to go back to school. And so I really appreciate Lane. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a good sport.
Yep, nice to meet
Abby,
you too.
always good to see you. Thanks for being here and being a good sport. Micah, thank you for being here and being a good sport, at least within reason. Coach Haworth, really appreciate it. It's always good to see you. I wish you the best this year. Wish you guys all the luck in the world. And I will definitely be out to see you on the September 26th. And Coach Miller, appreciate it as always. So at that, I'm going to sign off.